Usually I would have started now with the meditation, but as I would like to speak about forgiveness today, I think it will make more sense speaking about forgiveness first and then doing this meditation, because forgiveness is something difficult for us to do, and we all had previous situations, people who hurt us, who it may have been a family member, a friend, a partner, maybe even a stranger, or someone we haven't had any contact with for a long time, and the person may have said something, may have done something that hurt our feelings, and since then we carry that negative feeling towards that person, that anger, whatever you may have experienced, anger, you may be furious, you may be mad at that person, you may be sad, you may have a feeling of helplessness, you may have a feeling of fear as well. So all these feelings that harm us, they don't do us well, we carry them with us towards that person that harmed us or said or did something. And we have to realize that this person who said that is not experiencing all that emotions that we are carrying in that moment. So all that anger or negative feeling that you have towards that person may not even be aware. And very often we hold on that feeling because we don't want to get that person to get away with that feeling. We don't want to forgive the person because we say, well, he has to suffer. He did something or she did something wrong and this person needs to suffer now. I don't want to forgive her. And we have to realize that that person doesn't experience these emotions. The only person who is experiencing it's us, it's the person with the anger. So that's the first point. You're not harming the other person. You're just keeping still this emotion within you and you suffer. The other thing that we have to realize is that's something that happened in the past. It may have happened yesterday, it may have happened a week ago, or many, many, many years ago. And I'm sure that we, not all of us, because it happens to all of us, we just hold on that situation, that thoughts, as if it just happened right now. These emotions can still be so strong if you think of the situation, as if it's just right now happening. But it's not. We have to realize it's the past and it's not here anymore. It's only in our heads, it's only in our emotions, in our body. So we have to realize we have to let go of this anger, of these emotions. We carry this heavy bag on our shoulders, and it steals all of our energy, makes us tired. We can't be happy, we can't be peaceful if we hold on this negative energy, on this negative emotions, and it's so tiring. And constantly doing it and thinking about what has happened, how this person has hurt me, what this person has said to me. We are harming ourselves. That's what we're doing. And we are also, and that's another thing, very often we may harm people. We may say something to someone without realizing. So possibly that person did it without realizing. Because all of us, we have our past, we have got our stories, we have our experiences, good and bad. And so if your experience from the past was something not really nice, your belief, it developed a belief. And so from there, we say something to someone, or someone says, and we get angry and we may say something ourselves. We can hurt as well other people without wanting, because everyone around the earth, around the whole planet, wants to do their best. And us as well. We also always want to do the best. But very often we harm and hurt other people without wanting to do so. So that other person is likely to have done or said something to you without really wanting to do so and without realizing. So that's one thing to remember. I never had a good relation with my father, and it was a very difficult relation, very difficult. And for many years I couldn't even bear any more contact, so I had to give up the contact for a few years. And every time I thought about him and these little things or all these big things for me that have happened, I started feeling that anger, that sadness. It was really bad until a few years ago when I realized he wasn't well, and I took this step to forgive him. And I did, and it wasn't easy, and it took me years really to do it, and I did it. And it was like have let go all of these negative emotions and these negative thoughts, and I felt so good, and I feel so good now. And what I realized at that time, or what has helped me as well, is to realize all the things he said or did, it was just his inner child that was hurt. He was a hurt person as a child because he also had parents that maybe didn't treat him right as they should have. And they didn't. And he went through a terrible childhood. So once I made myself aware of that, I felt compassionate and I felt with love towards him. I felt even very sad for him, and I could understand his behavior much better. So it has helped me so much, and that's something I think we also have to start realizing. Yes, everyone else is a hurt person. Deep inside, we are all these hurt children, and we can't do any different than behaving as we are. And there is a saying, hurt people hurt people. So every hurt person is hurting someone else. Yeah, hurt people hurt people. I find this so powerful, and every time someone, says something that may hurt me, or I would think, okay, probably this person is inside just hurt in this moment, is suffering, and he cannot do any different. Yeah. So forgiveness, when we forgive, we let go of that negative emotions and we get the power over our life. We are not the victim anymore, because as soon as someone else, as long as we are having this, giving the other person the power of our emotion, we are not in charge of our emotions. We are not in charge of our lives. The other person is. So you don't want other people to be, controlling your life, controlling your emotions. You want to get the responsibility for your life, for your emotions. So forgiveness is such a powerful thing to do. It's so, so beautiful. And so when we're going to do the meditation now, I'd like you to connect with your heart. Connect with your heart, with the love of your heart, and with the compassion towards that person. And that's the reason why I wanted to say all of this before, because some people just think, I don't really need to forgive. I don't want to forgive anyone because this person did harm me and I can't and don't want to forgive. And I'm not saying that it was right what the person said and that it was right what the person may have done to you. It may have been something really terrible, and I'm not saying it was a good thing. But forgiveness is not about agreeing with what the person did to you. Forgiveness is about getting your happiness back, getting your life back, getting your peace back, and letting go of all the negativity, okay? So that's what it is. I'm not saying the person did something good to you, because the person did. It has only now something to do with you. If you want to feel good, if you want to get your happiness, your peace back, you have to forgive. So do it for yourself, not for this person. Just do it for yourself. And what I didn't say earlier and I meant to say is you can as well write this down. The meditation is of course very powerful because you connect with yourself, with this emotion, with the person. But you can as well do like a conscious decision. Yes, I want to forgive that person. You can say it loud. Yes, I want to forgive. Be aware that you're doing it for yourself. So yes, I want to forgive. I'm doing it for myself. You can even write this down because it for different people works differently, but make this conscious decision. And I know all of us, we have got our stories with different people and everyday situations. Some things we can forgive easier than other things, because I know there are terrible things happening in this world to many of us. But, always keep reminding ourselves, forgiveness, you're not doing it for the other person. And you're not agreeing with the other person that did something to you. You're doing it now, you're letting go of that emotions.